Now that's pretty cool. My Mac Mini is connected to my TV now that I have officially postponed and pretty much canceled my VHS conversion services. And well, if you're wondering why I canceled, more on that in the latest exclusive vlog. Guys, how y'all doing today? My name is David DeFranco, and welcome back to a series that I like to call Video Game Slop. This is the series where you cannot expect quality products, such as yesterday's video on video game flips and finds. Guys, that video is all about a custom 90s theme DualSense controller. Seriously, that controller blew my mind. It's working perfectly, and I'm going to try to make that my new default controller aside from sterling silver. It's just so difficult for me to not use sterling silver. That controller is beautiful. Like, I mean, as boring as silver is, it's just beautiful in my opinion. Anyway, the point is, video game flips and finds. That series is all about interesting finds and interesting flips. This series, not so much. You can expect garbage, and that's exactly what we're probably unboxing today. But hey, guys, you never know. I mean, there's always that chance where a product such as this could actually wow me. But honestly, don't hold your breath, guys. Do not hold your breath. So this is let's just read the box, because while the Chinese translation is always laughable, we have a 2.4G wireless controller gamepad, original 3D rocker, special game rocker for arcade, high sensitivity, and anti-skid design, mecha design elements, highlight sunken text, charging interface, wireless transmitter. They didn't capitalize wireless, but they capitalized everything else. Weird. TF, meaning micro SD card slots, and an LED signal display lamp. And product features are, I don't know, they're just in very, very tiny text, but I'll tell you a couple. Number one says double handheld. Oh, I guess that means there's two controllers in the box. Number two, supports 40 simulators, open source system, and dual players. And number three, original, they didn't capitalize original, 3D rocker, special game. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. They're just putting it in different places on the box. All right, let's see. And by the way, I got this on eBay for, let me see. I don't know if I included the price in my notes, but I'll link it right below if I can find it. Things are making noise. Video Game Slop. Okay, so I paid about $20. Honestly, guys, I spend more than $20 on my average Taco Bell visit. So that's the way you got to compare things. Like, I mean, yeah, Taco Bell's good, authentic Mexican, but you just forget about it in a day. This could last a lifetime. Probably not. So here is the Game Stick. Game Stick Lights 4K. They say 4K, but guys, you are not going to be getting any kind of true native 4K gaming out of a thing like this. It's just, you're getting retro games. Retro games. Back then, 4K wasn't even a thing, so I don't know why they advertise 4K. Maybe the menu interface is actual 4K. We'll see. So stay tuned. You do get a little HDMI dongle, which honestly, this is always good to have, because if you cannot fit this directly into the port, you simply do this. You have a little extension device, extension cable rather, and you just plug it in that way. It kind of dangles from your TV. But sometimes, if you get lucky, you can actually jam this into the right hole and it'll stay in. A USB-C to USB-A cable. So, this is important to know. This is not plug and play in regards to HDMI, because HDMI does not technically carry power. It's just audio and video. So, you do need power. But, check it out. You simply plug it in right here. There's actually two USBs, so I wonder if you can use either one for power. But yeah, for today's video, just to make it easier on ourselves. Dude. The housing isn't even aligned right. I can't fit the USB-C cable in. That is too funny. I'm gonna have to pull it apart. Well, there you go. This is why it's called Video Game Slop, guys. Like, this is already pretty bad. The fact that it doesn't fit by default and I have to take their product apart, that is just embarrassing. But hey, I mean, it's always pretty cool to see the circuitry of how things work. And look at this. I guess we're gonna take it apart. Why not? It's actually really cool. Seriously, you don't see this every day. You just see boring black plastic for the most part. So, whether this is a bad product or not, I'm not going to deny the geek inside of me is very excited to actually see the circuitry. And by the way, you do get a micro SD card on board, 64 gigabytes. So that's actually not bad. Not bad. So there you go. There's a circuitry. That's actually pretty neat. Pretty neat. Not gonna lie. And honestly, I think this looks better than this. Just saying. What else do we get in the box? Okay, the controllers. Oh my god, they feel so bad. They feel awful. And there is the packaging. Oh, and by the way, we get a little USB dongle. That way we can wirelessly connect using 2.4G. First of all, shout out to Sony and PlayStation. Please sue these guys. Like, why are you not going after companies like this? And maybe you are going after these companies, and maybe they're just so quick at creating new companies and new products that you just literally can't keep up. I have no idea. Maybe you quite literally cannot keep up. But this should not be allowed. Like, this is not okay. This legitimately looks like a PlayStation 2/PlayStation 3 controller. And even PS4 to an extent, you know, minus a touchpad. Definitely not PS5 DualSense. And I'm curious for the PlayStation 6. Do you think they're just going to call it a DualSense 2? Or is that confusion to the average consumer? A DualSense 2 on something called a PlayStation 6. It's interesting. It's interesting. Or maybe they'll just call it the DualSense. Maybe they're just not going to change the name. I don't know. But I gotta say, these are incredibly light, like a croissant. Like, this feels absolutely terrible, and I'm not just trying to be funny for the video. Like, this actually feels really, really bad. Like, there's absolutely no weight to this. And as always, you do not get batteries in the box, but I will be taking the batteries out of my Samsung remote. Let's hope I don't turn that TV on by accident. Okay, so I will say the overall controller design looks cool, but that's only because they're copying Sony. But in regards to how it feels awful. Like, it feels so incredibly light. It feels like an 8-year-old child put this thing together, and sadly, that's probably the realism of this. Do you hear that? There's stuff shaking inside. What about this one? Oh, sorry. Jeez, I just whacked the crap out of you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so this one doesn't have any loose parts. This one does. There's something rattling on the inside. But yeah, there you go. There's the controller. Again, it looks pretty good. That's only because they're copying PlayStation. But in regards to quality, it feels awful. I will say, L1 and R1 and L2 and R2, they actually feel pretty good. They actually feel pretty good. But in regards to the rest, listen to this. It's like a very heavy click. And this is too funny. I just realized this. It says A, B, X, and Y, which is kind of cool. So they're not trying to mimic PlayStation completely. I mean, if anything, they're probably going after the Super Nintendo crowd, which makes sense because in theory, this has Super Nintendo games on it. Wow, we are already about 9 minutes into this video and I still haven't plugged this thing in. So, enough yapping, more playing. Let's get this thing going. Okay, guys, I gotta say, even with the batteries in, this thing feels so stupidly light. So let's get out of the Mac Mini and go to, I guess, input. I have no idea what input it is, but we might see a preview like last time, which is pretty cool. And I'm sitting so close to this TV. So let me see here. HDMI 1. Oh, wow. All right. It's working. It's actually working. Let's turn that way down. So let's keep it on 10. Okay. So I've got to give it props. It's quite literally plug and play after you have the USB power, of course. But yeah, like this is as easy as it gets. Like this is actually pretty impressive. Now, does this work? Oh, wait. I didn't plug the dongle in. Okay, so that's why we get two USB ports on the game stick. It just clicked with me. I wasn't even thinking. Sorry, guys. And I gotta say, it's already getting quite warm, despite not even really doing too much yet. So, will this just connect? Okay. Okay. We have to give credit where credit is due. The fact that it connects out of the box after you connect the dongle, of course. Duh. That's good. That's always a good sign. So let's see what we have here. If we go to class, I don't know why they call it class, just call it category. You can see that we've got MAME, which is arcade games, Famicom, you know, the NES, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Genesis, Super Nintendo, PS1, Atari. Is that the highest it goes? That's interesting that we didn't even get like a Dreamcast emulator, but as always, you can add your own. I don't know how that would affect the interface. Oh wait, page. No, that's just that. I was gonna say, I don't think we have any more. But anyway, yes, in theory, you can always add your own emulators, your own ROMs, but I'm not sure how that would affect the overall UI. If I had to predict, you wouldn't be able to see anything here. You would have to go to search and actually search for the game that you added to the SD card. Okay, so history. So that shows that this thing has not been used, or maybe somebody cleared the history. I don't know. Honestly, I forget if I bought this brand new or not. Not that it matters. It's slop. But let's just go to class and see what we have here. So MAME, we have 1,388 pages, it looks like. Is that correct? Yeah, wow. That's a lot for MAME. Okay. So what are we on? The Famicom, we've got 576 pages. So a page is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can do the math and see how many games that we have. Okay. Game Boy, we've got only 20 pages. You know, only 20 pages. So 20 times 9. Well, even if we have the full 9th page, I'm not sure. Game Boy Advance, what a great console. What a great handheld console. We've got 42 pages. Dude, Yoshi's Island, so good. So good. Game Boy Color, I loved my Game Boy Color. Legend of Zelda, okay. Toy Story 2, not the most insane collection so far, but guys, for 20 bucks, it actually isn't bad. 34 pages of Genesis games. That's actually really good. It's not in alphabetical order, which is really dumb. So if I wanted to see something like, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog, in theory, I would just scroll down to S. But it's going from D to C to M, back to D, to W, back to D. That's really weird. Now, yeah, you could search, but why is it not in alphabetical order? I'm telling you, slop, but we love to see it. Super Famicom, in other words, the Super Nintendo. So Super Mario World is number 1, rightfully so, because it is arguably one of the best games of all time. But still, it's not in alphabetical order. But as you can see, if you just press up, there are 1,477 Super Nintendo games, so that's actually good to know. So pressing up on any page or category, 150 Game Boy Color games, 416 Game Boy Advance, for Game Boy 192, Famicom 5,752 NES games. That's incredible. That is really cool. And fun fact, Super Mario Bros. 3, one of my favorite games. I love it. PS1, this one I don't expect too many. Yeah, 15 games, but we've got Tekken 3, Crash Bandicoot 3. We've got Crash Bandicoot 3 twice for some reason, and it looks like it's the same game. We've got Tekken 3 twice, unless it's like a Japanese version, I'm not sure. No, we've got Tekken 3 3 times. We've got Crash Bandicoot 3 3 times. I don't know what's going on with that. And Atari. We've only got 1 page. 9 games. Okay, so wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is in order. So it's 10. It's 10 games per page. Okay. Let's go to Famicom before this music drives me absolutely crazy. What does collect Y mean? Maybe you can put it in your collection? Okay. So that's actually kind of cool. I feel like you guys are a little far. Come here. Come here. I don't bite. Ladies. So let's go to Not Mario's Missing. That is not a very good game. Let's go to Famicom and Super Mario Bros. 3. My god, finally that freaking music stopped. As always, I forget to turn the light off. My bad, my bad. Sorry guys, I'm kind of new to this whole YouTube thing. All right, are we gonna get audio? Yes, we are. Oh my god, listen to, dude, this music will never get old. Let's go. Holy input delay. Holy input delay. That is going to be a problem for platformers. There is a massive delay. Honestly, the menu didn't feel that bad. But the game, man, the input delay is huge. I tried to pick up the shell. I couldn't. Couldn't do it. I don't know if it was an input delay or what. What's up, Goomba? Oh my god, this input. Oh my god. Good luck being accurate in this game. Yeah, I can't. Alright, let's go home. You just press mode to go home. This is so loud. So freaking loud. Let's go to Game Boy Advance and Yoshi's Island. Nintendo. This is gonna be so blurry because it's a Game Boy Advance game. Blown up to 1080p. I've actually never played this one on Game Boy Advance. I only played this on Super Nintendo. And by the way, did you know Yoshi's Island is technically Super Mario World 2? I didn't find that out until years later in my childhood. I'm like, what? Because I don't think anyone ever refers to it as a sequel to, you know, Super Mario World. Alright, let's see. Yoshi's Island is a fantastic game. And I am beyond excited for the new Yoshi game on Switch 2. I don't remember the audio sounding as bad. I guess because it's a Game Boy Advance game. Go, Yoshi, go! Yoshi! It is so blurry. Oh my god. The input lag is awful. Just terrible. Dude, I'm gonna get motion sickness. I am way too close to this TV. This is insane. Anyway, cool. Aside from input lag, it actually runs really well. Alright, let's wrap up the video with a PlayStation 1 game. How does this perform? I'm very, very curious about this one. And I'm gonna move back a little bit for my own comfort. Dude, I used to be obsessed with Tekken. Yeah, let's go with Paul. I like Paul. Turn this down to 12.
Round 1. Fight.
Wow, this actually looks pretty good. The input lag, oh my god. I can't play like this. I can't. Now, I'm not good at Tekken. I'm more of a Mortal Kombat guy. But I'll never forget when I first played Tekken at a friend's house on PS1. This is before we had a PS1. I was absolutely blown away by an actual 3D fighter. I was like, oh my god, this looks incredible. I don't know the moves. Audio's kind of cutting out. You hear that? Yeah, music's kind of going. Alright. Best out of 3. Let's go, baby. Can you see the... Yeah. Let me see here. Easy! Oh, Yoshimitsu. Why didn't I pick Yoshimitsu? Yoshimitsu's incredible. Alright. Cool. What are you doing, freak? I can't exit. I'm pressing mode. It's... Okay. Oh, wow. Hold on. Screen setting. 4x3. Okay. That's kind of cool. I just found this by accident. Can you wow. You can actually change the keybinds, although it's not working, right? Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Video Game Slop. This might be my favorite one yet because I just love playing this old stuff. Like, I love playing games like Yoshi's Island and, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3, my favorite classic Mario. But in regards to my favorites modern Mario, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Wonder blew my mind. It's such a good game. But yeah, guys, this was legit a good experience for being Slop. I mean, yeah, the input lag is awful, and this controller feels like I'm holding a paperclip in regards to weight. But the game selection's pretty good. Not the biggest, but it's pretty good. We didn't have Dreamcast, which is actually kind of surprising. The menu interface isn't bad. It's just the input lag is what's the biggest turnoff to me by far. Now, thankfully, this isn't an issue for me because I literally have my own consoles in the basement. Like, I have everything downstairs. PlayStation 1. Actually, my Super Nintendo is still up, so I gotta bring that down. But yeah, Dreamcast is down there. PS2, PS3, PS4, OG Xbox, Xbox 360, the GameCube, the Dreamcast. Like, guys, it's all down there. I'm so thankful for my gaming basement. I just love gaming. It's just incredibly important to me. Anyway, that aside, Video Game Slop episode 3, 4, whatever this is, has been a huge success. Honestly, it wasn't the worst product, but it wasn't the best either. And well, if I had to say whether this is slop or not, absolutely. But it's good slop. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy gaming, and I'll talk to you soon.